Let me show you how to apply the minoxidil. You're going to take the canister and shake it well, and then you're going to take the cap for a measuring aid. The recommended amount is half a capful once a day, but most women find they have to use an entire capful to cover all the areas of thinning. Now, the minoxidil can be applied either directly to the scalp, to the finger, or the hand, or in my preferred method, I like to apply the entire amount onto a plate. Now this is about, that would be about 1 capful. Now I'm going to show you how to apply the minoxidil directly to your scalp. It's often helpful to have a comb to part the hair and expose the areas of thinning. And as we discussed before, your thinning starts right here, right at the what's called the posterior vertex. So you'll part your hair, then pick up your minoxidil, and if you've decided to apply it directly, you'd be squirting it into the scalp at this time, although it's somewhat hard to do that, to reach around to the back like that. So I often apply it on a plate, put the amount you're going to use on a plate, take a little bit of the minoxidil onto your hand, and then starting back here with your area of thinning, we rub it into the scalp, trying to get it right on the skin. Some of it will get in your hair, but the goal of the therapy, or the goal of the application, is to really get it on your skin. And as you apply it, the foam melts into a pretty thin liquid. So you'll apply it to that area, and then you'll take your comb again and move over to the side to your next area of thinning. Repeating this process throughout all the areas where we've identified that your hair has become thinner. The entire application process varies in duration depending on whether there's one area of thinning or diffuse areas of thinning, but most women can do it in about 5 minutes time. I recommend that this is done once a day for you. The application can be done either in the morning or at night. It's recommended not to apply it right at bedtime because then it can get on your pillow and cause staining of your pillowcase, and also possibly get some of the minoxidil on your face as you roll around in your sleep, and that could increase your chance of facial hair. So if you do apply it in the evening, I'd say about 2 to 3 hours before bedtime is fine. One of the keys to minoxidil therapy is to apply it religiously. Pick a time and do it every single day at the same time. Now you can see that as we've been applying it, the minoxidil on the plate has started to melt a little. This is why I like the plate method, because if you have it in your hand, it's starting to, melt into a liquid a little and making a mess on your hand. I sort of like to just put it on the plate. But everybody has their own preferred method. And as you can see, your hair looks a little bit wet. So if you're going to be applying it in the morning, you have to apply it to a dry scalp. So you need to, if you're going to wash your hair in the morning, then you're going to have to let it dry and then apply this, and now it's going to be wet again, and you're not going to want to run out the door to your business meeting with this in because it looks wet. So it takes about, I think about half an hour to dry. The day before, the day of, and the day after coloring, don't apply it. And it's not because something bad will happen, it's just that it doesn't allow the color to stick as well. Now the application method I've shown you is the one that's used by women. Men apply it much the same way, usually twice a day to the areas of thinning. I realize that I'm doing this application, but you can do this yourself using a mirror, a comb, and your minoxidil.